Hello and welcome to my real introduction. Here I will be showing you basically what I use during, whenever I make art. And also, I'll be showing you what I'll be using to teach you. First thing, and the most important thing I use, is paper. Yay, paper! It's basic, acid-free computer paper. Computer printer copy paper. Nothing special about it. Nothing super great, amazing, ultra amazing, whatever. It's just regular paper. It's white. You can draw on it. I use it for markers. For colored pencils, though, I prefer to use sketch paper, which you can get at Walmart for like 70 sheets for $5. That's good. So yeah, you can get this stuff for cheap. That's my foot. Okay, I won't really be showing digital art, but that's what I use for my digital art. Not that, but basic Wacom Bamboo Fun, the old editions, not the new one. Oh, what you just saw was my cell phone, my Pokewalker, and my eraser. I like using a basic gum eraser. I think it's a gum eraser. Fooey, basically. It's colorful and it really works. And since it's colorful, it's easy to find whenever I lose it. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath because I just finished running around the house looking for all my supplies. I also like listening to music, very soft music, when I do my art. Right now I'm playing Sakura Sakura by Rin. It's a very pretty song. That's playlist.com, very good site for listening to pirated music. You cannot, I repeat, cannot download it from the site. You can just listen to it. Or if you can download it, I don't know how. So, yeah. Sorry. This is just some of my how to draw books I use. Anatomy, drawing skills, 2 anime, and down here is a cartooning stuff. I don't know what it is. It's cars and animals and general stuff. It's not that good, but I learned how to draw a viper with it, but only with in one pose, whatever you want to call it, one view. I also use this, Myths of the World. I use it to basically make my characters. I love doing mythology-based characters, which you could probably find out by looking at some of my stories, if I ever publish them. Another thing I use, Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. I don't really use these a lot, but they work really well. The only reason I don't use them a lot is because I've been using markers for years, and I've just started using colored pencils, so I'm not too used to them. I'm trying to get used to them, though, because I want to know how to use multiple medias. This is the 120 set, as you can see. As soon as I got this, shortly after came out the 132 set, and I was so pissed. Because I thought I had the set with the most. These are my Copics and my Crayola. I have them all mixed up in one bag because I use both, and I don't just use Crayola, and I don't just use Copics. I use both. I don't use Rose-Art, though, because Rose-Art sucks balls. Never use Rose-Art. Ever. They suck. I also, on occasion, will use Crayola colored pencils. I usually mainly just use these for practice, though, because I don't want to waste my expensive Prismacolors on practice, to be quite honest. For highlights and such, I use gel pens. I got these at flea market. I don't know if they work. I haven't used them yet. And I really shouldn't have gotten them at a flea market, especially since if you look back here, you can see they all have different amounts of ink. Not a good sign. And that's pretty much all I use. I also use that as inspiration. I love watching cartoons. You can see me in the reflection. Hi! Anyway, that's pretty much all I use. Just how to draw books. I also use a lot of comic books. Oh, nubs. Almost forgot. No, crap, this is heavy. This is my art bag. Yeah, an old Pirates of the Caribbean bag. With Johnny Depp. Yay, Johnny Depp. And it has even more of my how to draw my art books. My watercolor. I've been practicing watercolors too. I also use comic books for references and inspiration. Here's Ghost Rider. I like, I'm not a Marvel fan, but Ghost Rider is good. I'm more of DC. Don't blame me for that, but hey, I'm a Batman fan and Joker. That's what I like. Figure drawing. Dragons and Other Fantasy Beasts. This is really useful. I actually learned how to draw a dragon from this book. It's a great book. I'll show you that later. How to Draw What You See. I just got this book, so I don't really have much of an opinion on it, but so far what I've read from it, it's pretty good. Kind of reiterates what I already know, though. Drawing Real People. It has Abraham Lincoln in it! And this is pretty basic, too. Mainly teaches about gridding, and basics, basically. It's useful. Simple, too. Good for beginners. Another book I use for inspiration, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. As you can probably tell, I like the darker stuff. Also by Jonah Vasquez, Squee. I like dark stuff. This is some cheap paper that my friend gave me. She got it for free. It's not too good, but it works. Better than nothing. Another, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I really like Manga Mania for how to draw books. They're pretty simple. And they're just simple. And Christopher Hart's pretty good, even though he's not Japanese. I mean, it doesn't really look too Japanese, but if you apply the stuff he uses, you can actually get some really good. If you apply what sorry, I keep messing up. If you apply what he teaches you, and you also apply what you see in your manga and your anime, you can probably really draw really good anime and manga. Or if you switch it up, you can probably find your own style. It's really useful. I actually found my own style by reading their chibi sections and kind of altering them. So, yeah. And now it's playing, I guess that's why they call it The Blues by Elton John. I like Elton John. And this is my main source of referencing. Interview. This is my only magazine. I am waiting for the next one to come in. I actually got this randomly in the mail. I don't know how to explain it. They're all dressed it's a fashion and photography magazine. They're all dressed really skimpily and crap. But because of the skimpy dressing and the weird fashion, it comes in use. Because, well, you know how to draw, you end up knowing the figure. And then you can add the clothes that you need, and you can also alter it as you need. It's great for references, it's great for practice. Just a good book, good magazine. Especially for artists that have issues with anatomy, such as myself, which I will admit I am not the best at anatomy. My forte is more coloring, and even that I'm not the greatest. But if you're a beginner, my tutorials will be useful. If you're advanced or intermediate, you can watch me if you want as a refresher course. If you're advanced, don't bother. Well, anyway, that's all I have. Sayonara.